a localization movement must be more than anything else a movement for genuine agrarian reform, no, and rural development and national democracy and sovereignty built on people's rights. No, concretely, this means advocating for localization that does not simply involve connecting the small farmers or food producers directly to the market, no, at the local or community level, such as through farmers markets or community-supported agriculture. Of course, all these things are important and concrete steps, no, towards localization. But beyond these community efforts, localization must advocate for structural changes, no, in the social and production relations between farmers, traders, and landlords. And it should advocate for the necessary policy reforms and programs, no, at the national level to make these changes possible. Because uh, if you can, you imagine, no, how could community-led initiatives, no, like we have farmers markets or community-supported agriculture, how could these initiatives prosper, no, amid a predominant system wherein domestic food and agriculture, like in many countries in Asia, is firmly tied to the global market and trade that is monopolized by transnational corporations? Now, how can local farm production be advanced and strengthened to meet community needs, now when the prevailing policy environment is neoliberal restructuring of agricultural production, no, at the expense of food security and farmers' livelihoods? How can the great majority of farmers of Asia even participate in community partnerships or food localization movements when they are landless, no, when they are dispossessed of lands to till and are deprived of the capacity to produce food? So for us, I think it's very important, no, for localization, its content, no, should be, on the one hand, we encourage farmers markets, community-supported agriculture, but building the, the overall policy environment that would support these kinds of initiatives from the communities.
Definitely.
I just want to say that this is for us of vital importance, and that we struggle often to bring that perspective into some of the localization initiatives, particularly in the West. But for us, this has always been central, that we want to encourage these community initiatives to build the strength and the commitment to talking about the policy changes.
Absolutely agree, no, with the idea of confronting and challenging the corporations. And in fact, I would say that there's more urgency, not today. If you look at the global developments, you see corporations tightening their control over global governance of food and agriculture. You look at what's happening in the UN Food System Summit, no, where corporations are trying to take over the narrative and agenda in setting the future of food and agriculture. No, so and let me share that in relation to that, PAN-AP, the Asian Peasant Coalition, and along with 16 other global and regional networks, now have started this campaign we call the Global People's Summit for a just, equitable, healthy, and sustainable food systems. It is our counter to the Food Systems Summit of the UN, which the corporations have taken over. No? Through the Global People Summit, no, we hope to contribute in the building and strengthening of a global movement that will challenge the monopoly control of TNCs over food and agriculture.